So if you could restart January 2025 and go back to the first day of the year, would you do things differently? Or would you be proud of how this month ended up? So I think we could all agree that January flew by, and it's just unreal to me that February is already here. And at the end of every January, I'm left always thinking about the goals that I set out, the things I wanted to do, what I accomplished, and what I fell short with. And usually I'm left a little frustrated with how my year started. But this year's different. You see, this year I came in determined to rebuild systems that I had long forgotten in my life. And I truly believe that focusing on those systems and starting the groundwork now made this month so much more successful than the past few Januaries have been. And I'm truly excited to see where the next 334 days go. But me being consistent this month and achieving what I set out to achieve wouldn't have been the same had I not have had the tools and resources in place that I leveraged literally every single day of my life this past month and that I plan to use for the rest of the year and beyond. And I want to talk to you about those tools today. So let's go back upstairs. In my opinion, every good, productive day starts with a to-do list. And coincidentally, I find that when I stick to my to-do list the most throughout the day, I sleep better at night knowing that I didn't leave anything on the table for that day. Over the years, I've used a ton of different apps to try to keep up with my to-do list. I've used Microsoft To Do, I've used Things, I've used Notion and created my own task list there. I've even tried and used my handy dandy Field Notes notebook, which we'll talk about later today on the video. And in my professional life, I've used different task management systems like ClickUp, Monday.com, and most recently Asana. And while all of these have been incredible and I've liked a lot of different things about each one of them, the one I keep coming back to more consistently is the Todoist app. Todoist is a versatile task management app that you can get on any of your devices, and it has an insanely clean UI that makes using it a breeze and really enjoyable to use. And while I don't want to use this video's time to dig into the details of each of the productivity tools I'm going to list, I do want to list off a few benefits of each one. So let's do that now. Benefit number one of Todoist is it's simple and intuitive. Todoist's clean interface makes it super easy to add tasks, set priorities, organize projects, and do all of that without getting overwhelmed. Benefit number two, setting reminders and tasks. Ever forget a deadline? Well, Todoist smart reminders and recurring tasks make sure nothing slips through the crack by sending you a notification on your phone if you want it to. And to me, that has been extremely valuable, especially when I have so much going on between my professional life, my content creation, and my family life. Benefit number three, collaboration is made easy with Todoist. Todoist allows you to coordinate with your team or your family. It allows you to share projects, assign tasks, and stay on the same page effortlessly without having to think too much about project management. And benefit number four, Todoist has found a way to gamify to-do lists to give you the extra motivation to complete your to-dos for the day. If you're like me, you like to see your progress throughout the day, and Todoist Karma system tracks your productivity streaks, turning task management into a game and something you can look back on and be really proud of that you've knocked out all your to-dos for the day. So I've been using Todoist now for a little over 4 years, and I absolutely find a ton of value out of it in my day-to-day life, which is why I've chosen to pay the $48 a year for the Pro membership. To me, it's worth it. To you, maybe, maybe not. So I would highly advise you to try the free version of it first, see if you need the extra granularity with the task management, the project management, the task tags, and things like that. And then if you decide that it is worth it, then go for the $48 a month, because I genuinely think that it will be valuable to you if you do like Todoist and you want a to-do list app like Todoist. Next up on the list of tools that I use on a daily basis that's helped me to boost my productivity and alleviate so much tension in my day-to-day is Superhuman. Superhuman is an AI-powered email client designed for speed and efficiency. Nobody likes sifting through your boring inbox and taking the time to delete emails, to move them to different sections and all that good stuff. And so with Superhuman, I've been able to expedite the time that I get through my inboxes, both my personal, my brand, and my work emails. Now, before I dig into Superhuman, I do want to go ahead and caveat that this is a paid app only. You can have a free trial of it, but that ends pretty quickly. And it is a little bit on the pricier side. It's $30 a month, or you can pay $300 a year. But to me, it feels incredibly worth it, especially after taking that free trial of it. Fortunately, I'm in a position where my work allows me to expense this, but even if I wasn't allowed to expense it, I genuinely think at this point, I would definitely pay the $30 a month for Superhuman. And no, this is not sponsored by Superhuman in any way, but Superhuman, if you watch this, I love your software and use it every day, and I would love to work with you, so let me know. I'm open to it. Thanks. All that said, I think Superhuman is something incredibly valuable, and I think anybody who gets stressed out or has to have a ton of emails coming through or just generally wants to unsubscribe from a lot of emails, I think Superhuman will really help you out. So let's dig into some of those. Benefit number one, Superhuman gives you a blazing fast workflow. Superhuman loads emails instantly, letting you process your inbox incredibly fast. And if you know me, you know I love a good keyboard shortcut, and Superhuman is not at a shortage of them. From day one, when you start using the app, Superhuman challenges you with a few tasks to learn the built-in shortcuts. Once you learn and master these shortcuts, you're able to fly through your inbox, responding to emails, organizing the ones you need to, and with the tap of two keys, it helps you unsubscribe from all those annoying marketing emails that you quite frankly, forgot that you signed up for 5 years ago, and you still somehow get stuff from, and you thought you've unsubscribed from them like 10 times, and you never really didn't, and they just keep coming back more and more, and they clutter your inbox and stress you out. But I'm not speaking from personal experience or anything. Thanks, Superhuman. Benefit number two, Superhuman has incredible AI features that help you fly through your inbox. With built-in AI, Superhuman helps you prioritize your emails, generate quick replies, and even summarize long, annoying threads that someone didn't TLDR for you, so you free up the time to focus on what truly matters. Benefit number three, you're finally able to hit inbox zero every single day. With Superhuman's split inbox and snooze features, it makes it easy to declutter and stay on top of your emails without stress. With a quick tap of a shortcut, you're able to send an email into temporary oblivion until you're ready to deal with it at another time. And finally, benefit number four, Superhuman is built for professionals, individuals, and creators alike. No matter what type of work you do or the brands you work with, Superhuman keeps you in control, so you spend less time emailing and more time doing the things that actually matter. And the best part is when you hit inbox zero, you get to see a really cool picture that's from some stock image website. So some photographer created it and it looks really cool and gives you just a really positive vibe for the day when you hit that inbox zero. All right, I'll say it. I use ChatGPT literally every day for almost everything in my life. And I think that if you're not finding ways to integrate it into your day-to-day life, you're generally missing out on some really great opportunities to be productive. Now, I understand that there's a lot of discourse about the use of chatbots and the use of AI in general. And so I do want to preface this segment with use it with caution. Don't use ChatGPT and think that you can just copy paste things and call it your work. Use it more as an assistant, something that's going to help you generate ideas to just be more productive, but don't rely on it. Also understand that there are limitations with LLMs like ChatGPT, and they're gonna have hallucinations and they're not gonna always give you the most accurate information. So do your due diligence, be a human who uses AI and not let AI use you as a human. Now that said, let's jump into the benefits of using ChatGPT. Benefit number one is that it clearly supercharges productivity. If you need emails, reports, or summaries done, ChatGPT writes them for you in seconds, saving you hours every week. Now remember, don't just copy paste from ChatGPT, use your own voice and help train the model so that it writes more along the lines of who you are. But then also remember, don't always trust ChatGPT. Use your own brain. Benefit number 2, instant answers and research. Gone are the days of us having to use the Google SERP to find the answers that we need and sift through ad after ad of unrelated things. Now with ChatGPT, we can find clear and direct answers to the questions that we want ASAP without any more endless, mindless scrolling. Benefit number 3, creativity and content generation. If you've ever been in a situation where you're just stuck on ideas, you don't have content to create, you're not quite sure what direction to take, ChatGPT can be your personal assistant, helping you brainstorm, draft stories, write scripts, and even help with coding. This is where I really want to take a quick pause and say, use this with caution. Don't just think that you can copy pasta from ChatGPT after you spent 5 minutes generating a few content creation ideas from it and think that you're going to be a good content creator because of that. Like I said at the beginning of this segment, using AI to help you be a better content creator is good, but using AI to be a content creator is not good. Now, you can generate these ideas, you can formulate the things, you can write your scripts, but always add your personal voice back into it, because you're not a robot, you're a human being who has a genuine story, who has an awesome narrative and things to tell that can be beneficial. And if you allow a robot to do that for you, you're stripping the human aspect out of content creation. And that's so vital in a world where AI is running rampant and you see all these fake accounts and AI generated accounts, and even Instagram has AI human beings that are profiles now, which is dumb if you ask me. But do not strip the human out of using AI. That said, it's incredibly helpful for generating ideas and building your content and also writing scripts. Benefit number 4, ChatGPT just simply makes life easier. If you want to learn a new language, improve writing, plan out your meals for the week, generate a new workout plan, or even master a new skill, ChatGPT is like having a personal assistant in your pocket. One of our favorite ways of using ChatGPT in our house lately has been to plan out weekly meals. That was always a big stress for us. It was always a big to-do. A lot of times we just made the same things because we didn't know what we wanted. But now with ChatGPT and using it to plan out our meals, it helps us to streamline that process, to build our grocery list and put them into an order of things that we can easily go and purchase them from. And it also allows you to customize it too. You can tell ChatGPT what you want to have for the week, how many meals you need, whether or not your family has an intolerance, like our youngest son has a dairy intolerance, and our LLM has been trained to know that. And so when we create these meal plans, they're dairy-free or have dairy substitutes. And so for us, that has been one of the best ways to integrate ChatGPT in our day-to-day life, making life just simply easier. Number 4 on the list of my top productivity tools that I use on a daily basis is Notion. Now, before we dig into this segment, I want to just caveat it by saying that this is not a how to use Notion or how I use Notion, but more so just a way to introduce you to the benefits of using Notion in a day-to-day life. If you really want to dig in a little bit more on Notion, I don't have any videos of those just yet, but I would highly encourage you to go check out Simon from Better Creating or Thomas Frank or any of the other countless of creators who have created content around using Notion, which there's a ton out there. So just go search for some. I'll link some in the description below too for you. So I've spent a lot of time piddling around in Notion and creating my own dashboards and tweaking them, which one day I hope to come back to. But a lot of times I find that not reinventing the wheel is the best and most productive thing to do, especially for me when I don't get to do content creation full time. And so I've used a lot of templates from a lot of creators over the years, and the ones that I've found the most helpful, I'm still using today. Like for example, I'm using Scott Sims's content creation command center to literally put all my content in one spot for Instagram, for YouTube, for Threads, everything all in one place. And it's been incredibly useful. I think I got that from him like 2 years ago and I still use it today. However, the point of today's video isn't to go into the templates or the things that I do within Notion, but it's more so just to introduce to you the benefits and the value of why I think you should actually use Notion to live a more productive life. Benefit number 1, Notion is an all-in-one organization system. In Notion, you can take notes, manage tasks, do to-do lists, track projects, or really whatever else you feel like you want to do all in one place. And there's no more need to switch between apps. Benefit number 2 is that it's customizable and flexible to the needs that you have. From simple to-do lists to advanced databases, Notion adapts to your personal workflow. It helps you create pages, embed media, and structure everything in your life just how you like it. Benefit number 3, Notion makes collaboration easy. Notion makes working with teams and sharing things with your family a breeze. From sharing pages and dashboards to assigning tasks and keeping everything updated in real time, Notion is perfect for any of those collaboration needs in your life. I've used this collaborative feature in Notion for so many different things in the past when I've done different podcasts to be able to share those ideas and those notes with those friends that I'm working on. I've been able to share the meal plans with my wife and all those, and they don't even have to be Notion super users. They can simply just get that dashboard or that page that you wanted to share with them, and that's it. As long as they have the app downloaded, they can see it. Benefit number 4, Notion also has its own AI-powered assistants. With its release of Notion AI, Notion is giving you the ability to generate new content ideas, summaries, ideas, help you organize and refine your notes effortlessly. But keep in mind, if you use Notion AI, there is a $10 monthly fee for it, so you have to decide if it's worth it for you or not. For me personally, I don't use Notion AI because I use ChatGPT. And so if I wasn't using ChatGPT and I was exclusively in Notion, I would likely pay the $10 for it, but I haven't really found a need for it and I didn't use it enough to find or to make the $10 worth it. I think it goes without saying, after all I've just said, Notion should be on literally every device that you own. I think everyone could benefit from using Notion, even for the most simple things in life. So if you haven't tried Notion, I really encourage you to try Notion today. And if you have, let me know in the comments below how you use Notion, and maybe if you have cool templates, I'd love to check them out. And last but certainly not least on my list of productivity tools that help me to be more productive on a daily basis is something I didn't even think I needed or know I needed until I watched a Peter McKinnon video a couple months back, and it reminded me of just how badly I actually did need this in my life. And one of my favorite parts about this tool is that it's not an app, it doesn't live on any device, and it doesn't even need to be set on airplane mode when you're flying in an airplane because it's paper. It's a field notes book, and I love these things. You see, the funny thing about physical journaling in 2025 in this digital world we live in is that it kind of feels strange to use a pen and paper, but it feels so good at the same time. And sure, while I'm at home, I have my iPad or my computer around me or my phone works, but a lot of times, sometimes it's just really nice to get out pen and paper and just start brainstorming ideas there, and then I can transpose that into my Notion or into my to-do list, whatever it might be. But it just feels really good to start and be the root of a lot of my creation and a lot of my ideas be on pen and paper, just like it used to be in the old days. Benefit number 1, it's pocket-sized and convenient. Field notes journals are small enough to fit into your pocket, they're tough enough to go anywhere, and they're built for everyday carry. I like to put mine in my back pocket, I sit on it wherever I'm at, and I pull it out when I need it. And a lot of times around the house, it's still in my pocket. I still have a tiny little pen in my pocket, and I just write things down whenever I think about it. Now, again, I still use my phone for a lot of that, but sometimes it's just really nice to be able to scribble down an idea or mind map or generate some flow charts or whatever on a field notes piece of paper. Benefit number 2, there's no distractions. It's purely just focus. Unlike an app, a field notes notebook never pings you with notifications. While writing things down, it helps you remember things more clearly and think more clearly because you're not being bombarded with the latest pop-up from your Instagram notifications or an email coming through or a text message. You're simply able to just write, just think, and just be present with your ideas. Benefit number 3, they're built to last. From rugged covers to durable paper, these notebooks handle everything, whether you're in the office, out in the field, or on an adventure. I mean, just look at mine. It is all warped and bent and all that and disheveled, and I love it. It's so great. And you can bend it like this, you can bend it backwards, all that good stuff, and it still works perfectly. You're gonna do it with your phone, you might break it. Benefit number 4, they're aesthetic, collectible, and they just look really freaking cool. With unique limited editions and classic designs, field notes journals aren't just practical, they're really cool to use and really cool to collect. In fact, the set that I'm currently using is a collaboration between field notes and a brand called East Fort out of Western North Carolina, and this was developed to help generate some aid for the hurricane victims from October. And being out of North Carolina and also having lived in Western North Carolina at a point in my life, I just really felt compelled to support that way. And so I got it. And that's honestly what got me back into using field notes. So kudos to you, field notes. This thing looks gorgeous. At the end of the day, productivity isn't about tools. It's about the systems that you build while leveraging those tools to help you be more productive and have a more efficient and complete day. So whether you're using a powerhouse like Notion for your second brain to create all of your notes, things like that, or using a supercharged email processor like Superhuman, or using Todoist for your to-do apps, or even using ChatGPT to generate your next content idea, whatever you choose to use, just make sure you're building systems that help you keep consistent and help you be as productive as possible, because those systems are what's going to keep you on track to meet the goals that you have and to be the person that you want to be. So if you found yourself struggling to stay on task or feeling like you completed your day successfully, I highly encourage you to check out a couple of these tools that I showed in today's video. And if you do, let me know in the comments below. Come back to this video and let me know in the comments below what your favorite tool has been after using it for at least 30 days. Or if you feel like there's a tool that you use on a daily basis and have been using consistently that's made a genuine impact in your life, I'd love to hear about it. So drop it in the comments below and let me know why you find this to be extremely valuable in your day-to-day. And I wouldn't be a YouTuber if I didn't say this, so please make sure if you found value out of today's video, you give it a like and think about subscribing to the channel. It would mean the world to me as I'm ramping this up. This is video number 1 of February, and I am planning to post 1 a week. That's my goal for this month and for the rest of the year. So be sure to come back next week for the next video. Thanks for stopping by. Peace.